That's the light one. Give it to them. If you hold it, if you don't turn it on. If you hold it. What you do, you just go circumference. I've already set it. You just stand, focus on the person speaking, and go back like this.
So this is not the country you send me to.
I can. Yes, I'll stand. Someone to even see what I'm doing. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll stay in front of it.
I didn't see the full of this.
Everybody needs to watch this section, so let's write down. Drop your bags, yeah. I guess your bag should be a weight. Drop your bag. Good morning, everyone.
Like for LinkedIn, some more. So this space is rather small. So I'll just have a general. Who is gonna jumping down or jumping down? Yeah, the general body work is very good. It helps a lot because you can take all of the multiples in the body. So we could do let's spread out. We give a reward to the person who goes to the father. Yeah, what is it? So let's work with 15. 15 is small for you guys. The girl 15 red. You guys do much more than that. You guys do much more than that. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just a routine like 1, 2, 3. Simple stuff. Okay? So I will start with this guy. So from the top of the okay, let me have hello. I'm going to ask you. Can you hear me? The thing goes like this, okay? So how many reps do you handle? 20. Okay, I'm 20. So then I'll just know that you are doing what you want to do while fitting, okay? This is my operator today. This 60.
So let's start with the 20. No, this is facing side. It wasn't facing this side, facing that side, and that side.
What do you do this? What do you do?
This is, you can do what, let's do what.
Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's count the lights. Right, we got 7 in one line and the next and the next. Let's count it. Just stand behind them. Let some persons go that way, they are space there.
Okay, let's go. Are you my manager? Can we go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Look at what he's doing, though. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
People are missing it. When the left leg, they are coming from this right side. Not like this. It's like this. Across. Your body moves across. Now let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yes, sir.
Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go. 3, 2, So, okay, like I said, I'll just show you. Nothing wrong, nothing hard, nothing hard. If you're not volunteer, I'm just going to show you one or two self-defense. Why do I need to show you? Why do you the streets are dangerous, okay? I always tell my kids, somebody just say, what's the word now? What's the word now?
As for
I think if you have some one or two self-defense capabilities, it's criminally responsible. I like people like to be so lean, to be so bereft of the basic self-defense capabilities. It does nobody any good taking the punch. You get knocked out by punch, you get killed by punch. So there's not enough time to show you all of these things. So I'll just use him as my prop. I'll just show one or two things. But the essential of the self-defense engagement, there's a long list of that. I can't do all of that now for want of time because we're going upstairs for some lectures. So I'll use them as a prop. I'll use that as a prop as well. To show you one or two things. Okay? But ladies, I know that I don't see you fight the dog. You fight. You fight. Right? How do you defend every I don't know why I see that I'm against them every week. How do you defend this? And I latch on your brain really tightly. How do you engage? How do you engage? What do you get? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Yes, so basically, right? So how do you engage? So to be honest with you, let's assume I'm on break now, so lack of break. I'm vulnerable, right? What do I do? I just grab it. Like so. Can you see? I'm late right now, I'm on break. So just latch onto my break, and I'm vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. You punch, hit a lot of punches to my face because I'm vulnerable. Can you see? So while I'm like this, I just grab the hand. Like this. I want to pull. Arsenal to best for Messi. Okay? Try with somebody else. It's not difficult, not for you really. So you understand this capability, okay? You just latch on the head and you just. I want to know this here. Come on.
fighter.
How about disengaging a lock? A strong man grabs onto you, like so. This time, we're going to use a guy. This guy is stop. So, how do we disengage the lock? What? Are you with me? Grab onto my hand. He's a strong man. Pulling it himself. Taking it to a place where I don't want to go. So that's stuff. He's telling me where I don't want to go. I'm so strong, I know how to step the fight in. So he wants to man. So he wants to die. His muscles. I mean, I know how to stretch. There's some strength and muscle arm. Hold on, zero. Very reverse, one stretch. Okay? You may not be strong enough. You may not be as strong as the athlete. But you can reverse. You can resolve the thing that and reverse it. For anything for girls, and we get it. So it's pulling me. I don't know what to do. What I do, I trap his hands. You don't know what I'm doing. I could break it. So hold. I just trap. Leave me.
It's okay, it's all right. It's enough grief for us.
Like this. Nose down.
That's because he's aware. If he didn't tell him, he wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to show you're strong.
Don't resist. If you resist, you get hurt.
Exactly. You don't know. Who is this guy now? You cannot act like you don't know.
They are resisting. You understand? These things should come unaware.
His hand is red. Like,
Yes, that's what we are prepared. Yes, their mind is already dead. Like, they are prepared.
You are prepared, that's why. Because
Yes.
They are
the event of an
prepared.
assailant coming at you.
yeah.
They are prepared. They already
I have been unprepared.
Be prepared. Let me see. I want to see if the girl can resist. Be prepared. So, be prepared.
Who it is? Eh? Mitri? Eh?
For example, I'm a little okay? Latch into my shirt like this. Okay? So please do that, okay? It's more appealing. As long as you hold on to you like this. He doesn't know what I intend. A block like this. Oh my God.
I don't need you. Don't have glasses.
You are doing another skip behind me. Another skip.
Maybe go really for his experience.
I block like this.
No, I don't know that one. You go straighten up. Okay.
Like me now, when you just imagine.
Everything is okay. So the up. Manager.
Cut it up.
But will you see them now? Choice. Find slippers for this young man. The young cut as a do exercise. Just find slippers for him. Later he go and sew it up.
They share yesterday.
Okay.
You come with the mic. The sanitizer. Let's go. Good job, man. Tell you where to situate. I'm trying to find the best location. Just where to situate it. I can't wait for this camera. You stay here. Yeah.
The mic is open.
I don't know.
Are you making use of the TV?
No, I'm not.
So just the mic.
Yes, sir. My fingers are too big. No. Okay. I've done it. No, she's holding the camera. She's managing the camera. Yeah, she'll manage. Okay. Where's the best location then?
That's what I'm saying.
Here. Okay. So Christian. Yeah. Do I have a lectern like an altar? A lectern. I can put my guitar on. Yeah.
How do you make use of that table?
Okay, it's low though. I wanted something higher. You don't have anything higher. Okay, no problem. Not to worry.
For the mic, okay, you have the mic there.
No, the alternate to use the mic so they can hear me. I'll use it. Not to worry. I'll make do it.
Tasimio.
Not sure it's connected.
Please check your mouth.
Okay. Okay, for questions. Okay, thank you. Oh, this is a large house, so. This is a large house. Please, okay, okay. Congratulations to the brand. Can you all hear me, please? Can you hear me behind? Okay, I'd like to say good morning, beautiful people. This morning I'm giving privilege to share with you guys some very important lifestyle hacks, which when obliged would significantly and positively alter the trajectory of your lives. So I want for us to have a lively session, a light-hearted session, a fun session. So I encourage you guys to laugh a lot, okay? Please, even if it's not funny, laugh, okay? You laugh, and then you ask questions when necessary, okay? So before I proceed or go any further, allow me professionally introduce myself. My name is Mr. Otiu Tunye. Thank you. I'm also known as Odi Blade. First of my name, let me say it in the way, in the law, sorry. You didn't get the name? Okay, sorry. My name is Mr. Oti Utunye, okay? Did you get that? I'm also known as Odi Blade, and I'm first of my name in the order of Lord of the Rings. First of my name and son of Yahweh Elohim. Please clap for me. So, I'm a production engineer by educational discipline. I'm a professional writer and to some extent recording artist by divine ordination. However, I have transitioned into becoming an AI prompt engineer. Yeah, you can clap. Then I'm also a copywriter. I'm a digital arts creator as well. I'm a voiceover artist. I am a mixed martial arts instructor. So as long as you pay me, I do it. Then I'm also a native doctor. I beg you, let's please. I beg you, let's clap. Sorry, let's take that back. Hold on. Let's take that back a bit. Scratch that native doctor, okay? Scratch the native doctor and replace it. Okay. Let's scratch the native doctor part and replace it with naturopath. Okay? Naturopath. Let's all say naturopath. Naturopath. Let's say naturopath. I'll spell it Naturopath. Naturopath. See, a naturopath is one who advocates and engages. Can you hear me? Do I go on?
Yes, sir.
A naturopath is one who advocates and engages natural remedies and holistic approaches to promote health, prevent illnesses, and treat several conditions using a combination of treatments, including herbal medicine, nutrition, lifestyle counseling, and physical therapies to support the body's natural healing tendencies or processes. Okay? So you might be wondering why I had to take you through the long list of my professional competencies. Believe me, there's more. But let's leave it at that, the way you heard. So just leave it. There's more. There's more to me. I took you through that list to impress on you that you can achieve anything once your mind is set to it. Please stick with me, okay? Please stick with me. I said I'll go over it again. I took you through that lengthy list of my professional competencies to impress on you that you can achieve anything once you set your mind to it. Once you unrestrain your mind, once you take the limits off your mind, you can become anything. It's important to know that. Why am I saying this? Somebody might ask, Why are you saying you can become anything? We've tried so many things before. Let me inform you today. The answer to the many whys, like how can I become anything? I've heard this kind of motivational talk before. You can become all of that because your creator, your father, is the God of all flesh, with whom is no impossibility, as revealed in Jeremiah 32 verse 27. Remember that you are made in his likeness and his image. So you carry the potential of the omnipotent God. Omnipotent means the God of all power, all potential. So it means that you carry the potential of the omnipotent God. Okay? Am I making sense here? Many years ago, Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory said to me and many others in the field to capacity main bowl of the University of Benin Sports Complex. So many years ago, very, very many years ago. Please, you're distracting me. Could you just sit down and be orderly for a while? For the period I'm here. Okay? So I was saying, I said many years ago, Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory said to me personally, and many others in the field to capacity main bowl of the University of Benin Sports Complex. I quote, "I have come to help you die empty." I'll take it again. He said, "I have come to help you die empty." And it perplexed me, could not re-echo his words. Because clarity he wasn't giving, I was confused at what he had said. But in the context of his teaching, to die empty is to exhaust all of the potential that the omnipotent Father has invested in you towards improving humanity, and in the process, living your best life. Do I take that again? Do I take that again? To die empty is to exhaust all of the potential invested in you by the omnipotent Father towards improving humanity, and in the process, improving or living your best life. Because from his teaching, the cemeteries, or contained in the cemeteries, is unfathomable wealth, unfathomable wealth that cannot be quantified, from songs that were never sung, from dreams that never bettered, from ideas that were never expounded, from theories never propounded, from, you name it, visions that were never shared. People just died like that. They died carrying all of the potential. They died exhausting or expending only maybe a 1/10,000th of the potential invested in them. So they didn't die empty. So that's why the graveyards or the cemeteries are so rich with dreams that never saw the light of day, poems that were never heard. So, having found clarity on what it means to die empty, I decided from that day to put to full use all of the potential and giftings that the Lord has graciously given me. That's why I'm so many things. I listed a few, and many more, and much more. I decided that day to exhaust all of the potential invested in me, that the Lord graciously availed me. I decided to put them to use, because I am ready to die empty. So who is ready to die empty with me today? Ah, you're still afraid? You're still not sure? You're still not sure yet? You're not listening, you know what it means. I'm ready to die empty because I don't want to leave the earth with all of the potential invested in me. What a waste of talent, what a waste of giftings. So I've decided to expend all of it all. Okay? So I've decided, so I asked the question, I said, who's ready to die empty now? You're still unsure. Be certain. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who's ready to emerge the best version of himself or herself? We still have doubters here. Who's ready to emerge the best version? I want to be the best version of myself. Should you make this decision today, should you decide to be the best version of yourself, trust me, you will take this brand or whatever career path you've chosen into realms of global acclaim and fortune. That's the truth. Should you decide to be the best version of yourself regarding every endeavor that you are engaged in, you will take this brand and whatever career path you've chosen into realms of global acclaim and fortune. And you'll be well rewarded for it. Your effort will be rewarded, your contribution will be rewarded. Now, to the business of the day. I've been mandated by the powers that be to offer you some guidance on how to stay healthy in this growing economy. I hear the cost of prescription drugs has hit the roof, right? Who knows what prescription drugs are? Who knows what they are? Prescription. Okay, I said I hear that the cost of prescription drugs have hit the roof. Gone up, very expensive. People those who take drugs, and then I know the cost of prescription drugs have gone up. And so many fakes are in the marketplace right now. But I only hear, it doesn't concern me, it doesn't affect me. Why is that? I made a naturopathic lifestyle choice many years ago. What's that noise? I made a naturopathic lifestyle choice many years ago. That's why it doesn't concern me. I use a combination, or I engage a combination of herbs, spices, and healthy food choices as preventive and curative medicine. Do I take that again? I don't concern myself with the rising cost of prescription drugs. Why? Because, like I said, many years ago, I made a naturopathic lifestyle choice. By that, I mean that I use a combination of herbs, spices, food, healthy food choices as preventive and curative medicine. Somebody might say, what's the difference between herbs and spices? I'm helping you ask questions now. Who knows the difference between herbs and spices? Who knows? If you know, please take the mic. You guys are food people, you should know now, you're food guys. Difference between spices and herbs, you know? Anybody? Okay, there's somebody here.
I want to try.
Okay, go ahead.
So herbs are direct, natural, curative medicine,
Okay.
while the spices have undergone a process.
Okay.
Either it's been dehydrated or
She no book. She no book. I'll have to watch yourself. Please jam your hands for her. She no book. But let me expound on what she said. Herbs are more of the leaves of a plant. They are the leafy part of the plant, and they are mostly fresh. Like she said, they are mostly fresh. Then the spices are other parts, not leaves at all. Maybe the bark, the roots, the stem, and they are mostly dried. Okay, but they're all plant-based. I'll tell you this: for over 10 years now, bitter leaves have been the only drug resource in my homestead for over 10 years. Botanically known as Vernonia amygdalina. Who knows bitter leaves here? That has been the only drug resource. Maybe if you ever get to see me in the chemist, maybe I'm just buying vitamin C for my kids. But that has been the only drug resource for over 10 years. And somebody might be saying, they can never see strong sickness, and they do bitter leaf talk. Yeah, somebody might be muttering that right now. But I tell you this for free. I've treated what doctors might have called cancer with my trusty bitter leaves. I've treated what doctors might have called kidney failure with my trusty bitter leaves. I've treated early symptoms of glaucoma with my trusty bitter leaves. Somebody might think, yeah, you wear glasses, please. I see more than all of you here. I see very well. I just have light issues. I'm a vampire. I'm a modern day vampire. I don't like light. So this is a photochrome. So I see very well. You can try it. You can hold up something for me to read. I read well. So I've treated, I said glaucoma. I've treated a grievous strain of tonsillitis, and nearly took my son's life with bitter leaves. I've also treated what doctors might have called COVID-19 with my trusty bitter leaves. So I emphatically tell you today that there is no malady under the heavens without a herbal, spice, and food remedy. I take it again. No malady under the heavens without a herbal, spice, and food remedy. Won't you clap? Oh, you don't believe? You heard me. I'm saying it clear. I'm beating my chest. It's emphatic. I'm saying it emphatically. Revelations 22 verse 2 reveals in a paraphrase form. These leaves are created for the healing of the nations. Scripture cannot be broken. I draw inspiration from that word anytime I engage my leaves. I don't just use leaves, so I speak to the leaves. They have ears, they hear me. They hear. Every living thing has a spirit. So I speak to them. These leaves have propensity and capacity to heal. A popular philosopher, Hippocrates, widely regarded as the founder of medicine, left us this quote: "Your food shall be your medicine." Somebody say it. Your food shall be your medicine. Never before has the average man and woman been so well fed. Never before has the average man and woman been better fed, yet so poorly nourished. We have access to burgers, to bacon, to everything. But yet, regardless of the what's the word right now? Presumed proper feeding, we are poorly nourished. Poorly nourished, why? Because we live in an era, in an age where processed foods have been so sensationalized, promoted to high heavens. And the consequence has become that people or families would rather engage diets that consist of corned beef, sardines, Indomie noodles, name it, bacons, name them, add them for me, burger, etc. So that will make one feel like I'm actually feeding properly, giving that impression, which will make it seem that they are better fed than people whose diet consists of farm fresh foods, prepared by nature for your overall nutrition. I say this without equivocation. Processed foods can never be substitutes for wholesome natural food items, because processed foods are majorly or largely denatured. Who knows what it means to denature something? Yes, no longer natural. Processed foods are largely denatured, okay? They are artificially flavored, and they are remarkably devoid of food value. So in my reckoning, I call them foodless foods. You think you're eating something. The Americans eat a lot of foodless foods. And that's why they become accustomed to a range of strange ailments. Ridiculous ailments, strange ailments. Because they eat foodless foods. They indulge in a lot of processed foods. And that culture is slowly transiting into this part. Okay? So by all means, I encourage you, engage in farm fresh foods, okay? Buy your meat and your fish fresh, as opposed to eating sardines and corned beef. Don't think that is a sign of poverty or something. Buy your meat and your fish fresh as best as you can. Engage diets that are rich in fruits, in veggies, in lean proteins. Lean proteins, I mean eggs, beans, regular beans like that. Even yogurt is even cheap now. They have sachets, I mean. Even if it's one sachet, you take it, they say. Take it. Whole grains like pap, some sprinkling of yogurt or from golden will not kill you. This will nourish your body and boost your overall well-being. This subject is inexhaustive. This is not what I've come to do really. I'm just trying to broach around. This subject is inexhaustive. We can talk about it later whenever you see me. In a nutshell, you can either eat your way out of medical troubles or eat your way into it. Okay? Because what you eat either kills you or fuels you. You can write that down. What you eat either kills you or fuels you. It's a mantra in mind that never leaves. You can eat your way into medical problems, or you can eat your way out of it. For today's exposition, I'll try to highlight 4 grievous medical conditions and propose herbal, spice, and food remedies to each of them. Before I go into that, so it doesn't seem like I'm just talking, I don't want for it to be like an academic session. I'll regale you with my wife's testimony. That's my wife here, by the way. Please clap for her, Mrs. Deborah. There came a time in our lives where do you know that? There came a time in my life. There came a time in our lives when we were so child. Before now, we were barren for a long time. We came out by the violence of faith. I'm a person of violent faith. We came out by the violence of faith. Let's leave that aside. We had come into the knowledge of herbs. Then our faith was tested. Our knowledge of bitter leaves was grievously tested, was shaken. One day my wife called me in the morning and she said, there are lumps in my breast. I said, yeah. She was terrified. And I said, well, we'll end it by the word that we know. I said, I was calm, but she was in a panic. I told her, I said, don't fear. Nothing is established until either faith or fear establishes it. Nothing. You might have a negative medical verdict right now, but until you fear, it is not established. Until you engage the principle of faith, it's not established. Nothing is established unless the voice of faith or fear establishes it. So I told her, I said, don't be afraid. She said, the breast, I'll cut long story short. She was terrified. So we began speaking. I got the bitter leaves as usual. She was engaging the bitter leaves. We engaged. Before now, my wife was, before my debut, I don't drink, I chew. My children and my wife, they drink. My children still drink. They drink like soft drink. or she drink the juice. My wife was that kind of person, she would drink. But I told her, I said, honey, this is gone beyond drinking, you have to chew now. She said, I can't chew. I said, you have to chew. And she began to chew. And nothing was happening, the lumps were still there. But I told her, I said, should your faith fail, you will die. Should you go to the hospital, you will die, because the doctor will amplify your fear. If it were me, I could go to the hospital and come out unshaken, because I have an escalated dimension of faith, but I knew her faith level was low. So I told her, I said, you will go there, they will amplify this fear. Fear will not tell you it's fear. Fear will tell you, you have to go for mammogram, you have to do this, you have to do that. Next thing, it's establishing that ailment. So I told her, I said, we'll end it by the word that we know. How do we end it? She was wondering. I said, we'll end it by the mystery of faith. Faith in what? Somebody said, what's faith? Faith is speaking, faith is believing. No, faith goes beyond that. I told her, I said, when you get persuaded enough by scripture that you have seen, to the extent that you begin to rejoice on account of the validity or integrity of scripture, light breaks. That's faith. When you are persuaded by the word of scripture that you have seen, so that you begin to rejoice on account of the veracity, on account of the fidelity of that verse of scripture, light breaks. And when that light breaks, no darkness can resist it. So I told her, I said, should your faith fail, alert me. I will amplify to the word that I know. This went on for months. So every time I'll come to her, I will speak faith. I said, it is not established. Don't be afraid. It was hurting and all of that. And it seemed for a while that the lumps disappeared. And we rejoiced. We won't testify that the lumps disappeared. There's something that happened some months later. She called me, I was out. And she said, my breast is pulsing. You know what it means for a woman? I said, what? He said, it was pulsing and was oozing. And something foul came out. Something was actually pulsing. So I said, are you afraid? She said, T, I don't know. I said, don't be afraid. Nothing is established until fear or faith establishes it. I said, you cannot down my watch. I know it. So I go back home and I saw the lumps that she had pressed out of her breast. It was scary. But I didn't allow her to see fear. I was speaking to myself. I was talking to her, but I was speaking to myself even more. I said, I understand that himself took away our infirmities and bear my sicknesses. If you come to that persuasion, you can't be sick. That's why I live a supernatural life, because I understand that himself took away my infirmities. Scripture can never be broken. If you took it away, I don't want to get them. So I told her that. And I said, rejoice on account of the fidelity of that verse of scripture. So she showed it to me. It was smelly. It was funny. And we began to press it together. Everything came out. We thought everything came out. And as a consequence of the pressing, there was a hole on her breast. They saw an open wound that appeared on my wife's breast. Any doctor had seen that, now cancer, you know it. The moment they see an open wound, they will tell you amputation, will tell you many things. It was frightening. But then we escalated the bitter leaf usage. She was chewing now at this point, twice daily. I was not just chewing, I was applying as a topical dressing. I was sanitizing the open wound with bitter leaves and scent leaves. I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to the hospital. I told her, I said, well, we end it here, because I understand that these herbs are created, these leaves are created for the healing of the nations. I understand that himself took away my infirmities. And we began to dress it. She began to chew, dress, and I began to speak. I continued speaking the word. It's 3 years now. Look at her. Gone. Completely healed. Completely healed. I'm saying this so that I don't have doubters in the room. I don't want you to say, all these herbal practitioners, and so that they talk. I'm not selling any product though. I'm a naturopath. These leaves are created for the healing of the nations. I feed on leaves. I chew leaves. You see me? There was a video I showed some people who were like, are you sure this? I chew leaves like a goat. I could chew 100 leaves. And it keeps me in super health. Hallelujah. It's not a preaching class. So let me go back. Lest I forget. For those of you dealing or battling with alcohol or substance addiction, I have good news for you. I have good news for you. Somebody might be saying, perhaps somebody is saying, maybe you might be wondering if your condition qualifies as an addiction. Here's the pointer. If you're wondering if your condition is an addiction, let me give you a pointer. If you need alcohol or substance so badly that a day without it ends your day miserable, like you can't go a day without it, then you are battling an addiction. I'll take that again. If you need alcohol or that substance so badly that a day without it ends in misery for you, then you are battling with an addiction. The good news is that there's a spice. I just might have a spice or food remedy for you. Okay? Clap, now, aren't you happy? For those of you dealing with it. I just might have a spice of food remedy for you. So don't think that you are alone. Don't beat yourself down so badly. Don't feel so. Some people are in depression because of this addiction. There's a food and spice remedy that could help you overcome this difficult challenge. For quite a number of people, I know that, so I've spoken to quite a number of people, alcoholism or substance abuse often offers an escape route from a deep-lying frustration or depression. However, the trouble resurfaces or returns when the feel-good feeling of that substance wears off. So that when it wears off, you're now prompted to go back to that sachet of Chelsea or that pack of Tramadol, or you know the names. I don't know the names, so. Yeah, I just know little. I know little. So when the feel-good effect wears off, you're now prompted to wanting to go back to that substance, further plunging you into deeper addiction and exposing you to greater health risk. I hope you know that there are risks attached to these indulgences: cardiovascular risk, kidney failure, liver, all of that complications. This is where cardamom comes in. I know you guys cook. Who knows what cardamom is? Cardamom. Have you ever seen cardamom? You've not seen cardamom? Cardamom is a super spice. It helps in the treatment of depression, and it also aids in proper body function, okay? A warm serving of cardamom tea daily would do you a world of good. I'm telling you guys now, those who are involved in this stuff, please write it down. A warm tea serving, a daily warm serving of cardamom tea will keep depression away. CARARDAMOM, mom. Okay, so when you engage or indulge in cardamom tea daily, I mean just one, it takes away the need for that stuff. It helps fight depression. It gives you a feel good, a longer lasting feel good feeling, and also enhances proper body functioning, thus reducing your reliance on stimulants. To further negate the urge for alcohol, please, I advise my brothers and my sisters here, invest in grapes, please. You know what grapes are? Those small berries. You might say it's expensive, but it is cheaper than the cost, that is cheaper than the health cost of alcoholism or stimulant abuse or indulgence, okay? So invest in grapes daily. Invest in grapes. It kills the urge for alcohol. That need for Chelsea, that need for that sachet sip. Buy grapes instead. It's cheaper because you don't understand the consequence of what you're doing. You are damaging your future with these indulgences. Alcohol is the fastest track to diabetes. Alcoholism, liver failure, kidney failure. You might think you're enjoying yourself right now. Please trust me, it is damage in the future. I know we don't want to fulfill the number of our days. So please feed on grapes. It kills the urge, remarkably so. For kidney disorders, you can take this note, so you won't see me here in anytime soon. For kidney disorders, use holy basil leaves. It's a herb. They are leaves. Basil, who knows basil here? Basil leaves. Basil leaves, yes. The juice of basil leaves, I can spell BASIL. The juice of basil leaves and honey, taken over a period of time, will extricate kidney stones via the urinary tract. Did you hear that? Did I get it again? Okay, the use of basil leaves juice, the juice of basil leaves mixed with honey, taking over a period of time, will eventually extricate or expel kidney stones via the urinary tract. There's also a superfood you can use in tackling a lot of kidney disorders. Kidney disorders are many, there are very many. When you start having dull pain at the back, at your back, the two sides, somebody don't even know it's kidney disorder. My wife also went through that too. We went through affliction then, but we came out through. So when I speak with experiential knowledge. So when you're having this dull pain at your lower abdomen, what do you call it now? Lumbar region or whatever, then it might just be a sign, a pointer to that. A superfood that handles that pretty well is your very commonplace bananas. Very commonplace. Bananas are low in protein, low in salt, making it a valuable asset in the fight against kidney disorders. So you chew on this. If you're having such dull pains at the back, for a 4-day period, just feast on bananas like 8 to 9 daily for 4 days. But should it be kidney failure? If it becomes kidney failure, then drop bananas and enter my bitter leaf. Enter my bitter leaves. Bitter leaves are the go-to. I use them. I hardly use this since I mentioned, right? I use bitter leaves more often than not, but more often than I speak really. But for those who cannot deal with that kind of, some people are so scared of bitter leaf, it's so bitter for them. You can use banana, but when you become kidney failure, you have to put the bitter leaves. For asthma, I was born asthmatic, but I live without asthma now. My grandmother died of asthma. It was genetical stuff. My grandmother died of asthma. My mom still suffered asthma because she doesn't indulge in things that I indulge. My son, they said my son had asthma too, but we walk free. We don't have asthma anymore. It's gone. I can breathe under it. I can play with under doors. I can do everything because of my indulgences in these herbal, spice, and food remedies. For asthma, use orange juice, a pinch of salt and honey. Very simple application. Just take it as an expectorant. It expels phlegm. Deeply situated, deeply lodged phlegm will be forced out by this indulgence, by this engagement rather. Orange juice with a pinch of salt and tablespoon of honey. Celery tea also does the same. Celery tea, a warm serving of celery tea every morning would do a whole lot. For high blood pressure, this is very commonplace. High blood pressure, parsley. Who knows parsley here? I guess you guys use it. Yeah, parsley. Yeah. Take parsley several times a day. Make parsley tea several times a day. It regulates blood pressure. Then a food, for a food remedy, apples. You don't know how apples do that. Apples regulate blood pressure a whole lot. And people might say, some people argue that apples are expensive, but apples do a great deal. Feast on apples a lot. It regulates. But my go-to herb is bitter leaves. Bitter leaves do wonders. They do wonders effortlessly. Your blood pressure just becomes, you don't even know, but it becomes a non-issue when you indulge in bitter leaves. Conclusively, to stay healthy all day, every day, a glass of bitter leaf juice every week will do you a world of good. A glass. Because your boss told me something that some of you complain about malaria, you do this. Malaria is not like an ailment in my house. We don't even consider it. It's nothing, it's a non-issue. My children know what to do when they start feeling funny. I need bitter leaf, just drink it. Like that. Have you seen my children outside there? You see them. They are regular kids. They're not like aliens, so they're not strange. They're regular kids. They just watch bitter, you put it in a bottle, they drink it like Coke. Yes, they know what to do. It's not like you take it I take bitter leaf now. Malaria ends now. Matter of 2 hours or so. I just feels good. I feel good. So if you take it as a preventive tonic, like say you take it every week, you will have no issues whatsoever. You will live in super health and vitality. Okay? I have thoroughly embarrassed malaria, colds, several diseases with my naturopathic lifestyle. I pray you do as well. Before I leave this place, I just want to say this. To attain a comparative advantage in any setup or in any endeavor that you are engaged in, you have to think outside the box. I think outside the box a lot. That's why I entered naturopathy. Okay? I think outside the box. So this is for your manager and for every one of you here. Think outside the box to stay ahead of the competition. Think outside the box. I was speaking with your boss some days back, and I was like, you guys could actually generate biogas. This is for manager. You can handle your cooking with biogas from your food waste. It's a simple technology. It's not even complicated. I don't know how much you spend on gas. I don't know how much you spend on cooking gas. But you can generate biogas from food waste. Just keep your food waste in an airtight setup, and over time it will gather methane gas, and that could be channeled into your burners, and you could cook with it. You can also generate power with it. Thinking outside the box. So if you were one of you suggested that your boss not to raise your salary, raise your salary. That's it. But when I say you stand out when you think outside the box. If you were this lady who did that, you were this lady who suggested that now, don't increase your salary. Things like that. You stand out when you think outside the box. These spices I've talked about now, somebody could say, wow, we could have a spice corner. We could have an educator or a naturopath who would offer services like this. Your spice then will thrive outside the box. So I leave you with this tonight. Be the best version of yourself. Stay alive, stay healthy, stay exuberant, and stay in love with God. Thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, questions.
The other man.
Okay, let me set up my stuff again. Right. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Don't ask me hard questions, so I will run away. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So please, the bitter leaf, isn't it like a preventive measure? It's not as though when you are sick and like down with malaria, you start taking bitter leaf.
Thank you. Good question. A lot of people say this. Even my mom challenged me for a long time, but now she has jumped on that train. They tell you, is it the malaria? Is it strong malaria? Is it only soft malaria? First, I said it could be a preventive measure. If you take it as a precaution, you just take it before you break down every week. Then should you go down with malaria, take it. It works wonders. No matter how great you are. I'm telling you, see, during COVID-19, I know I had COVID-19. I'm telling you for free. I don't fall sick ordinarily, but I was sick for over a week. It was grievous. All the symptoms listed, I had it. I didn't go anywhere. It was bitterness I was feasting on. There's no ailment, no matter how grievous the bitterness is. I'm telling you, we've seen it. I told you about cancer just now, the cancer fear. My wife also had what they thought was kidney failure, whatever it was. Even eyes. So it's not just preventive, it's curative. And it doesn't take a long time. It's not a long length of time. Like you're taking antibiotics, they say, take this one, take blood tonic. I take with that. If I go down with malaria, I just chew. I chew in 3 hours, I'm okay, I'm out of there. Scientists have even discovered that chimpanzees, monkeys, baboons, gorillas, they look for bitter leaf trees. They look for in the tropics. They find bitter leaf when they are sick. They just hold around bitter leaf trees and start chewing on them. Some animals have discovered it. Humans have not discovered it yet. It's funny. So it's not just preventive, it's curative. Okay? Before now, some people tell you, be careful, not go damage your kidney. I'm the guinea pig over 10 years. Do I look sick? This is what I do. That's all I take. I chew. I don't even drink. So I've passed the stage of drinking. It's drinking for babies. So my children, I chew. I live in super health. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Question. Okay.
So I want to ask
Okay.
for the bitter leaf juice. Is there something like an overdose? Because I'm asking because my father
Okay.
took it because he was feeling sick.
Yes.
And then after I took it, a very big cup of it, he became more sick. So that's why I'm asking if
Okay.
there's an overdose.
This is a caveat. If you are diabetic, there's a caveat. Because low sugar, hypoglycemia is just as dangerous as, hypo is just as dangerous as hyper, Abi. Yes. My dad was a diabetic too. So there are times, if you take that, if you indulge in bitter leaves without monitoring your sugar level and you're diabetic, it could crash the sugar and it could lead to death even. The brain just shuts down, the brain cells start dying if the sugar levels. So watch it. If you are trying to treat diabetes with bitter leaves, monitor your sugar level. You're watching it, you're on the clock, constantly watching it. Okay? Then some people take bitter leaves and they fall sick. It's just like you when you take antibiotics, you feel sick initially, Abi. It makes you feel sick. Some people take it, they start running stomach. Some start feeling like throwing up. Stay the course. Some people are like, they say, I tried it, it made me really sick. Stay the course, it works. Some people react differently to things. Some people may take antibiotics. Some people take chloroquine and they are like mad people. They take some, back then when they had chloroquine, they will start itching their bodies. They will start going like mad, but it never itched me one day. Back then when it never itched me. But it will still do the job. It will still cure the malaria, but it will itch you. The same thing. Okay, the same thing. Just stay the course. There's no such thing as overdose. But I'm just advising you, a glass every week keeps the doctors away. A glass every week. Then if you go down with malaria, it depends on your body. For me, I just take a glass and I'm okay. I just chew that and I'm okay. But for some people, they just take 3 days. For 3 days, twice daily, 3 days, you're good to go. Okay. I'm offering you guys are not paying for this service, so you should pay for this one. Good morning.
My question is, sir, I know that maybe because of the phytochemical components of bitter leaves, they may be effective to treat some ailments.
Yes.
But I want to know if particularly, if maybe you have run some tests to determine what is actually hidden that, because maybe bitter leaf can also contain some other things that may not be healthy for us. So I want to know, sir, please. Have you run some?
I'm the test. I'm the guinea pig. That's what the test.
Or you're just taking it because it has helped you?
I'm the experience here. I'm the guinea pig for 10 years. I've taken it, and right now there's a lot of research as we speak. There's a lot of research ongoing in scientific laboratories. Right now, bitter leaf is being studied as a cure to cancer as we speak. There's a lot of it going on. In fact, they're what's the word now? They pelletize. They become pelletizing bitter leaf as tablets right now. Have you seen that before? Have you seen it somewhere? But I don't like processed. They now pelletize bitter leaves as well now. Let me say this. When my kids were in nursery school, there was an outbreak of mumps. Mumps is a viral disease. They tell you antibiotics cannot cure mumps. They tell you, in fact, antibiotics cannot cure viral diseases. You just allow them run the cycle. So mumps, they tell you allow it run a 2-week cycle, 14 days. Nothing cures it. So there's an outbreak. Once a child was just nothing with mumps, then they will send the child home. They'll quarantine the child for 2 weeks. When my child went down with mumps, 4 days later I was in school. And the teachers asked me what I used. I said I took bitter leaves. They were surprised. They were surprised. So that's, I don't know if I'm offering clarity. I've become the experiment. They said antibiotics cannot cure this. Bitter leaves have I don't even know that bitter leaves have a high dosage of vitamin C. Very high dosage. It's anti-parasitic. It has high chlorine levels. So it does a lot of stuff. So they said that for 2 weeks, 4 days my boy was back in school. The mumps had disappeared totally. So it's antiviral as well. It's not just antibacterial. It's not only antibiotic again. It does viral stuff as well. Okay. You guys like bitter leaf CEOs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
The bitter leaf, I do take it. I chew and I also wash to drink most time. And it's a regular and very common herb.
Yeah.
But there are some herbs that you can only extract. They are not common. You can only extract their juice by alcohol. For example, the king of bitters. It's not a common herb. So sometimes I went with my boss here to somewhere and it was given to us. And somebody told me that the only way I can preserve it is to add alcohol, and I don't drink. So I lost, after taking that first day with water, I lost the herb. So is it proper to add alcohol to preserve another thing to have it?
Well, I will speak for myself. I don't take alcohol. I don't use alcohol. Any drug resource or any herbal remedy that stipulates me taking alcohol, I won't take it. There are several other options. The world of naturopathy is so vast. There are so many herbs, so many spices. I could tell you 20 spices for one condition. So that's consultancy. You're gonna ask me. I will do the research. I won't tell you what I do, but we know these things. There are 1,000 ways to kill a mosquito or a rat. So I would rather opt for the one that does not encourage alcohol. So I don't want to go. So you don't get addicted to it. These things are addictive. That's not just because a lot of people die like that. They say, these things bitters I take. The next thing they don't turn to shadow masters and all of that. So I won't advocate for that at all. There are several other herbs, spices, and food remedies. Okay, are we good?
Yes, sir. The cardamom tea, how is it gotten?
Cardamom. Okay, I could. You guys don't have cardamom here?
No.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't like processed though. I don't like it processed. You get the raw. I could. Yes. Ask me now.
How is it derived?
Now my business, I'll give you. I won't tell you here now. You call me now. How is it derived? It's a spice now, you know.
From what plant?
And it's called cardamom now. It's called cardamom. Yes, now. It's called cardamom. You think it's something you see here? Most of them come from the north. Some from Arabia and all of that. Yeah. So it's not something that you find around at all. You won't find it here. If that's what you're thinking of, you can't find it here. So we buy these things. So then some people choose to dry, some process, some bottle them up and all of that. But should you need, you can reach me.
Do you have a social media handle?
For this purpose, I don't. I do a lot of things on social media. You can reach me through your boss now. The manager knows me very well even. You can always reach me. If you want to, my social media handles contain a lot of things. I do digital arts as well, so you'll see a lot of things that might confuse you. Okay.
Okay, sir, I have my own question.
You are looking like a gangster. I'm afraid of your question. Sure.
Okay, the bitter leaf is not really easy to drink because but they want to drink. Like myself, I'll throw up. So I hardly force myself to drink, but I mix it with this set leaf.
Okay.
So is it proper?
It is. It is. It is. It is. But I don't do that. I don't do that. I've heard some people do that, and it seems to work for them. Some people have sweet tooth. Some people cannot stand it. My dad was diabetic. My dad refused. He would rather die than take anything bitter. He could not take it before he passed. So some people have sweet tooth. They cannot stand it. So if you find that that works for you, some people say it works for them. Do you know the first time I ever engaged scent leaves? Try I have time to talk. Let me a little time. Let me tell you this one stuff. Please, it is my story. The other day I woke up, I had a dream. It's like, I don't know if it's a spiritual thing really. Yes, it is. I had a dream, and in the dream, please, one house. I had a dream, and the dream, because those of you in Winners, you know that we do a lot of outreaches. We do a lot of outreaches. So this village we went to, and very demonic place like that, idols and all of that. So in a night's vision or dream, I saw a woman from the community pointing at my hand like this. And in the dream, my hand began to rotting. So I woke up, I prayed, and the sacred things of the Lord, the things that I revealed for so long, I disallowed it. 2 days later, I saw 2 balls on my elbow here. Very painful. I could not flex my elbow, but I didn't pay any attention. I left it. Next thing, the 2 balls burst open, and it became open wounds. So I said, well, I thought that was all. 3 more balls appeared on that same elbow. They all burst open. Very painful at this time. Then I was live streaming. Those who know me, I was live streaming. I couldn't even live stream again. It was not only I was not only dealing with an open wound. My hand, my forearm was swollen from my wrist to my elbow. I mean, rock swollen, not soft swollen. It was stiff, swollen from boil. So it was so painful. I could not lift a spoon without pain. It was bad. And the open wounds began to pulse. I was just chewing my bitter lips. I was speaking. I said, from whence it came, you return. We are seated far above you. I was speaking, I was chewing, and applying the bitter leaf as a topical stuff. But then, I started thinking, I said, this scent leaf, I had to go research. I said, scent leaf has antiseptic qualities. I read it up. They have antiseptic qualities. I said, fine, so dress the open wounds. So I started combining both of them to dress the open wounds. So from dressing, I began to chew both of them. I would chew the leaves, I would chew bitter leaf. This thing went on for 5-6 months. So I'm not talking, that is a patient approach you take. All the while I was telling myself, and I was boasting in the fidelity of Matthew 8:17, how that himself took away my infirmities. I never gave room to fear, because you fear you die. That's the truth. You fear you die. The devil has no power to molest a man except the man fears. So I was boasting. My wife was also boasting with me. My own happened before my wife's son. Something that happened. Let me just escalate the story. And on a certain day, I went to the chemist to buy bandage, strip bandage. And the chemist saw it. He said, okay, you need the injection for this hand, because the hand was really swollen. I said, no, I don't want it. He said, what do you take? I said, I bitter leaf. He started laughing at me. So I left him. That same day, the devil was working hard to inspire fear. I went to see my mom. I didn't know that the pus had stained my shirts. I was covering. My mom saw it. He said, what is this? So he started crying. She said, this is how they killed your dad. Because my dad started, he saw a boil on his leg from boil, this. He said, I told her something. I said, well, my dad was a natural man. I'm a supernatural man. That time don't pass. It's not me. I cannot be hexed nor enchanted. So I said that. But then, fear will not tell you it's fear. We now got home that day. My wife now said, why don't we just go to a doctor? Because they said my dad died of cancer, one thing, like that. He said, what if it is? Why don't we just tackle it? I said, stop it, don't tell me that. I said, we'll never go there, we'll die. You know I do my things. We end it by the mystery of faith. I said that to her. But later that night, fear taking hold. I didn't know fear will not tell you it's fear. That night I could not sleep. I started hearing, why don't you just go and check? What if? Just go and check, so that I address it quickly. Don't just. It took a while before I realized it was fear. Because I think, what if it's cancer? What if it's cancer? What if you have to amputate the hand? What if I don't go quick and they amputate? So then I now realized it was fear. I sat up. And I spoke to death. I posted to death. I said, what's the worst that can happen? I want me to die. I said, death, I don't fear you. To live is Christ, to die is even gain. What's the worst that can happen? When my time has not come, I shall fulfill the number of my days. I began to make my boast. That's what I think I do. No drugs. So bitter leaf, scent leaves. The hand is back. It is back. Full functionality. So some of these things, You don't just take these leaves. Some people say they take, I know they work for them. Listen, these leaves have spirits. They have ears, they hear. My granddad was not a believer, but maybe he inspired me. My granddad had it. So, yes, Tolopia people. So they knew all this cutlass medicine. You see him talking to leaves. You see him, in fact, they didn't like us. They didn't like me because it felt like we're not doing what he was doing. We tell you, say we don't serve any idols. It's the natural propensity of an historical man to command these things. When you eat it, you don't serve any idol. You just speak to kind. You put nail inside iron body. You speak to these leaves. This. You take ODZ. You call it many things. It would say all of these things like that. So when I started thinking of it, I said, I am the redeemed. I'm a supernatural man. I'm a greater species of man. If a natural man could command these things, the leaves will hear me better. So when my wife was sick then, I was talking to leaves. I was like a herbalist. I was talking to leaves. I said, you are created for the healing of the nations. You must fulfill your purpose. So whenever I take these things, I speak to them. You must speak. You must command. Because authority is vested in you as a believer.
So what about the antibiotics content of this leaf, especially the scent leaf?
So what's wrong with it?
Wouldn't it be too much?
No. That's why it's natural. It's when you synthesize drugs, that's when you fear these things. It's not synthesized, it's so natural. It's all natural. It blends, it works very well with your body system, your cells. They're better absorbed. So as opposed, of course, compared to synthesized drugs. Okay? Are we good? Hi, we will leave it.
How can Okay, I have a question. My question is down.
Okay, I have a question, sir. How best can you use the bitter leaf very well? Because this kind of person, this travel sick. Whenever I'm traveling, I do drug, and my dad too is just like you. He said, okay, start taking bitter leaf. But there's the way I would do it. I'll wash until the thing is no longer
No. Do you know, I don't know about other people on their house. Some people tell me they wash it very well. They tell you they wash it. Now they put salt inside. The first water, I wash the leaves well under the tap, is clean. Then I wash it at its bitterest. At its or at its bitterest, that's when I drink it. I don't add anything. I don't add no additives. I drink it. My kids drink it like that. I chew it like I chew it in its most bitter state. Okay. I don't know for you people though. I don't know. Some people say they add all those things and I don't know. But I'm just saying what I know. The one that has worked for me over time. That's that. Are we good? We're good. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm going.
This is knowledge addition. Do we agree to that? Thank you very much. We are so grateful for your time. Oh, your wife is stepping out. We would also appreciate her also for being with us at this time. And I know we need it also at this time. So it's left for us to use it and no more malaria. No more my head. I feel this, I feel that. You heard though. So I don't want to hear so everybody will be at strong, healthy, doing the work, produce results. All right. Somebody should start planting. Start planting bitter leaf. That's money. Oh, you have. Some persons have. So you start selling. So that's money. So all right, we'll be going further with our agenda. We have Chris from Cake Department to come give us a talk just for 10 minutes. Where is he? Chris from Cake Department. Is to come share us the success stories, their contribution, their milestone in the cake department. But he's aware. Okay, before he comes, so let's put our hands together for Mr. Fabulous. He's here to give us a talk on attitude. All right. So fabulous.
She was not informed.
Miss Ufoma. Miss Ufoma, you didn't call me, man. You put his name there. Why are you doing like this now? It's okay. So, all right, Miss Ufoma.